everybody, I'm Kiari Moon.
And I'm Darion Lewis.
And welcome back to another episode of Like It Is.
Hey, that was lit!
We did it!
So on today's episode, we're going to be making homemade beef stew.
Look, I am so excited for this homemade beef stew. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to taste it already.
I'm ready to get to it.
Alright, let's go do it!
Let's go.
We've got a long way to go. Oh, and there's no going back to like it is, the life we used to know.
Alright everyone, so today I have already prepared my dish, what I'm going to cook. We have here our beef. You can season it any way that you like, any season that you have. Over here I have my already prepared onions, bell peppers. Some people put carrots in there. I don't really care for carrots, so I'm taking it out. You can add 2, take away whatever veggies you like. And then also our potatoes. Along with a few side dishes. We're gonna do like some corn muffins. Just something very simple. A little yellow rice, and then we're gonna do some another veggie on the side, which is our asparagus. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sear my beef. I've added just like a teaspoon of vegetable oil. You can use olive oil if you like, but I'm gonna just sear my beef for probably like about 5 minutes. Not to get it well done, because throughout the cooking process it could take maybe like an hour and a half. The beef will be fully cooked. So I'm just gonna sear this to get like a little char on the outside of my beef, and then after that we'll go right in with the rest of our ingredients.
Alright, so we had a couple of questions coming in. So one of them is, what are other food or flavors can you add to your beef stew?
Okay, other food or flavors that you could add to your beef stew. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, you can add carrots. I already have my onion and bell pepper that I like. I'm not a big carrot fan, so that's another food that you can add into the mix of your beef stew. Also seen a video once upon a time, once I like search and do research on like different ways to like make or tweak my recipe. But I seen a young lady put wine in it. That was a new one for me, because I know wine is more so used in like Italian foods. But yeah, it's just to your liking. And again, I told you can season it to your liking. So some people season as simple as salt and black pepper, and then others use like other seasons that they've grown to like more. Alright, at this point my beef has been seared to my liking. Again, this beef is done, but not done to edible done. And when I say that, I mean like if you eat one of these now, you probably rip your teeth out trying to like eat it because it's still tough.
Got him!
So at this point, this is where my beef broth comes in. So try not to over season your beef, because broth has flavor in it as well. So we're gonna go straight in on top of our beef with the broth. And I just use a whole one of these. If I always need anything more in the liquid department, I just save the container and I fill it with water and I use it as I need. So I'm gonna go in with this whole thing here. I've also turned down my heat a little. Only to about 6, maybe 8, just a little bit below high. But I'm gonna bring this back to a boil, and from here, again, this is where your tenderizing comes from, and that's gonna take probably like 45 minutes or an hour to get to a good like tender state. At that point, we'll finish with the rest of our ingredients. Alright, one thing that I did forget to mention, so I already prepped my potatoes, right? And you probably wondering, why are they sitting in that bowl? If you don't put water, put them in water, or if you cut them up early like I did, and not like when you need them, they'll brown. So the water keeps them from browning. So if you do decide to like prep everything before you cook, which I highly recommend, set them in water. Alrighty people, welcome back. So at this time, what we're gonna do is, our meat has gotten to a nice tender state. I know so is I've been like testing it, I tasted it, and it's been boiling now for like 45 minutes. The next step we're gonna do is add our potatoes in. So I've drained the water off my potatoes, right? And I'm gonna just dump them right in on top of the beef and the broth. So with the potatoes, you're gonna do the exact same thing you did with the beef. depending on how big you cut them up and what kind of potatoes, depends on really like the cook time. So my best thing to tell you is to keep watching your potatoes. When they start to get soft, then you would finish with the rest of your ingredients to add in. Alright, this time my potatoes are almost to the done state like I like them. So I don't want to get them too done because I'm going to add a few more ingredients in, right? So I like to add in beef onion soup mix. Just one package of it. It's 2 come in the box. This is give my broth a little thickness, and I also like to add a little brown gravy mix because if it's not enough thickness for me, the brown gravy mix will give it the rest of that thickness. Alrighty, so now our gravy has thickened up on our beef and our potatoes. Again, our potatoes are like right at that fine state, right? As you all can see, look, it's a little thicker than it was before. The very last step for our beef stew recipe, and again, you can add carrots in this if you like, or any other vegetable. I've seen people put peas in it, but that's not my forte, right? So with me, I don't like to cook my veggies that I put in too done, so I literally like put them in and then I turn my pot off and let the heat, the temperature like cook them a little bit because I like a little crunch in my veggies. So it's what you prefer or what you like, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and drop my onions in first. All right, we're back with our final product. If you could get the camera on down up in here, we'll see all of our veggies now mixed in with a great thickness. It's kind of like perfect for me actually, right? But one tidbit that I did want to chat with you all about was kind of like behind the scenes chat. So if you wanted to stretch your meal further, this meal in particular, you could increase the potatoes because potatoes are like a heavy starch, so like people get full off of them, right? And also like we just use like a little $4 or $5 pack of beef. So if you increase the potatoes, you want your meal to stretch, that would be a great way to do so. Also, what we didn't capture on camera is our side dishes that we've prepared as well. So in the back here, we have a little yellow rice, just something simple. We love yellow rice. We have our corn muffins. Our corn muffins is by the Jiffy brand. I could have did some like homemade one, but me personally, I love Jiffy, so that's that. And then last but not least, we did a little side of asparagus.
Oh wow.
Something we've grown to love in our house.
It smells so good. I wish you guys can actually smell this through the camera.
Right. Maybe someday we can have like one of our watchers partake in like one of our dishes. That'd be
that'd be a great idea.
So yeah, stay tuned for that. We'll be right back with you guys, and then we're gonna do some tasting.
All right, y'all. So we are back. The beef stew is ready, and it smells and looks delicious. Okay. Now it's time to do our taste test.
Right, we always do it, so we got to get in it. Let's do it.
Let me tell you how good this is.
All right. Oh, I already know it's gonna be good. I mean, this ain't the first time.
Let me
get a piece of the little everything up in here. Fall off the bone. Tell them, baby. Hey.
Woo, Lord, yes.
That's really good. That gravy is like perfect. So yeah, like I say again, try not to over season because once you put the beef onion soup in it, that has seasoning in it, and then you can always taste it as you go through, so you'll know that you're not over seasoning. But hey, the beef onion soup is the last thing you're putting in, so just try to be cognizant of how much seasoning you're putting in on the front side. But besides that, hey, try this one out. Like, comment, share down in the.
Wait a minute, you take my part. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up down below. Also, be sure to hit that big red subscribe button.
Yes, sir.
And click that bell icon so you get notified every time we upload a brand new video.
That's it. We out.
Like it is the life